You think life is literal? That a flower is just a flower, a broken mirror just bad luck, that a coincidence is only by chance. No, everything speaks, animate or not. It speaks in signs, in symbols, in whispers that curl beneath your logic. You are not just living a life. You are walking through an infinite house of mirrors. And everything you see on this physical plane is you. Carl Jung, the great depth psychologist, once said, "People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own soul. But life won't let you escape. It wraps its soul around you, in people, in patterns, and in lessons. And if gone, unlearned, or unrealized, it shouts at you through pain. Your life is your subconscious, turned inside out. This external world around you, it's your psyche projected on a grand, elaborate screen. Symbols are the language of the deep self, of the mythic, the dreamlike, the divine. They appear not to explain but to awaken in you what is unrealized, for you to find growth and healing in ways that are under the radar. Every snake you fear in dreams, every maze you can't escape, every fire, every fall, it is you trying to speak to you. You aren't just reading life, you are being read. So when you fear the snake or panic in the maze, you're fearing a part of yourself that is begging for you to take a look. And because the conscious mind is often too afraid or distracted to listen, the subconscious speaks in metaphor. It sends you dreams, patterns, experiences over and over until you see what you think is attacking you may actually be trying to wake you up, not only literally in the dream, but also in your waking life. How is that for a symbol? Until you make the unconscious conscious, Jung said, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. The recurring numbers, the strange dreams, the faces that seem all too familiar, the jobs that keep rejecting you, the lovers who mirror your deepest wound. It's all symbolic. Nothing is random. The soul doesn't waste time with accidents. It's all messages to you, from you, through the poetry of the world. Ancient cultures knew this. To the Egyptians, the gods lived in animal heads and stars. To the Taoist, the yin and yang wasn't metaphor. It was the essence of reality. To the alchemists, every transformation of lead into gold was really the transformation of self into soul. Jung called this the process of individuation, becoming whole by encountering your inner world through outer events. Let's get specific. Here's an example. You were never seen as a child, so now you feel invisible. The world doesn't notice you. That's not life being cruel. That's the soul saying, look, this pain is a symbol. It's time to meet the wound. To heal the wound, you first need to look at it. Or another example, the partner who betrays you again and again, not just bad luck, a symbol of your buried belief, love is unsafe, I must keep proving I'm worthy. But some patterns are trickier to see. They don't show up in your own voice. They show up in what you say when you're with others. Have you ever noticed how some actions feel forced? Like something in you bends to fit their story. You become the comforter when you're breaking. You become the listener when you're screaming inside. You become small so they can stay large. You laugh when it's not funny. Apologize when you're not sorry. It's not fake. It's familiar. You're playing a role you didn't audition for, but somehow the script fits like a glove. Not because it's true, but because you've worn it before. They're not doing it on purpose, and neither are you. But together, without speaking, you're reading lines from a play you both swore you'd never perform again. You act the part because your nervous system remembers it. If I don't calm them down, they'll leave. If I don't agree, it will get unsafe. If I don't carry the weight, it'll all fall apart. This is not love, this is loyalty to survival. You're not living from this moment, you're living from that moment when your safety meant silence, when love meant sacrifice, when connection meant performance. But here's the question that changes everything. Whose script are you living out? Yours? Your mother's? Your first love? The one who never apologized? Is the way you speak? Love, forgive, fear, even yours? Or is it inherited, imprinted? Are you reacting to them or replaying something older? You don't have to keep performing. You can drop the script, forget your lines. Walk off the stage mid-scene, and maybe for the first time say what's true instead of what's expected. That's when the ghost, the subconscious, starts to notice something's different. That's when it starts listening for a new pattern to follow, to write your new truth. Dreams are the classroom of the soul, and they only speak symbol. Jung knew this. He spent years interpreting his dreams, drawing mandalas, listening to the myth speaking through his patients. He understood. The psyche doesn't argue. It images. Your subconscious doesn't need a debate. It needs to be seen, heard, felt. You don't change by yelling at your ghost. You change by listening to its images, and then you feed it new images, a new ritual, a new symbol, a new pattern. You can't logic your way into a new identity, but you can embody it, you can symbolize it, you can image it into being through action, through emotion, through story. Let me say it straight. That car accident, that breakup, that job you didn't get, symbol, not punishment, not random, symbol of what needs to die, of what longs to be born, of the ghost that still runs your life. There once was a woman named Anna. She was terrified of water, never learned to swim, panicked around pools, no known trauma, just fear. But in her dreams, water again and again, floods, drowning, oceans that called her name. She saw a Jungian therapist who asked one question. What emotion do you avoid that feels like drowning? Suddenly everything clicked for her. Her mother's grief had soaked her childhood like an invisible sea. Anna had learned to stay dry, stay safe, stay out of the depths of her emotions, but the dreams kept coming. Because her soul was tired of staying on the shore, she got in the pool, not to swim, just to float, to let the grief rise in her. And when she cried that night, it wasn't drowning. It was baptism for her healing. Do you see it now? The world isn't happening to you, it's happening through you. Everything in your path is mirror, metaphor, message. You don't need to figure it all out, but you do need to listen. Start noticing what repeats, what dreams follow you, what archetypes show up in your relationships. Who are you always playing? The hero, the martyr, the orphan? These are not flaws. They are clues, they are symbols, invitations from your soul to wake up, to live life for the reason you are here, to serve your purpose. For life is art, sacred, haunting, unfolding art. Every fight, every illness, every dream, every strange animal that crosses your path. It's a story with layers, it's a myth in motion, it's you becoming you. So here's your call. Don't just survive this life, decode it. Don't just dismiss the signs, read them. If you feel stuck, ask what this moment is symbolizing. If you feel lost, look for the myth you're living out. If you keep repeating something, that's not a flaw. That's a sacred pattern asking to be seen, honored, rewritten. The privilege of a lifetime, Jung said, is to become who you truly are. And to do that, you must learn to read the symbols, because they are not just around you, they are you.